straighten out of the Democratic Congressman Mike Quigley, member of the Intelligence Committee. Congressman, when you hear all of this, does it add up to fire to you?
Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Look, I take this in a little more reserved way. We go at this from an aggressive point of view, and we follow the facts wherever they lead us. But as an old criminal defense attorney, we have a presumption of innocence. We look forward to find the facts and determine more later on. This is the infancy of the investigation. It's going to take a long time, but we're certainly learning a fascinating amount of information in an accelerated fashion.
When it comes to Carter Page, you know, we're learning, of course, about him and this meeting, that he passed information to a Russian spy. But this meeting, of course, was before Trump was running for president, and you heard what Page says. He has no idea, had no idea at the time that this person was a spy. Do you think there's anything there on Carter Page? We've heard a lot of different pieces, a lot of different meetings, but so far nothing has added up to collusion. Do you think it could be time to move on?
Look, we haven't even begun listening to witness testimony. I look forward to Mr. Page's testimony. They all say that they're willing to come forward and tell us everything we need to know. We are still literally reviewing the documents. We haven't interviewed a single person yet. It is premature to say one thing or another, one extreme or another. Again, using a criminal justice analogy, there's probable cause to believe that there was collusion. There's not guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. But again, we have just started this. Give us some time to do this right.
All right, so you see probable cause. You know, your congressman, your colleague, Congressman Castro, says someone could be going to jail as a result of this investigation. Do you concur?
Yeah, we're all different. Yeah, we all look at things differently, and I want to take a more deliberate approach to this. I am very, very tired of the three tactics from the White House on this: delay, distract, disrupt. They clearly don't like the way this investigation is going. The first open hearing was a nightmare for them, where Director Comey announced there was an investigation. He said that there was no evidence the Trump Tower was wiretapped. And he said that the Russians absolutely were trying to influence the election to help President Trump and hurt Hillary Clinton. So things aren't going well for them. But that's too bad. I just don't want to prejudge. I want the American public to learn exactly what took place.
So, you know, on that, some of the information you're trying to get, some members of your committee have been briefed on the wiretapping documents that Congressman Schiff and Chairman Nunes saw at the White House. Have you seen those or been briefed on them yet?
I have been briefed on them.
Is there anything you can tell us? Was there any kind of a game changer, any surprise in there?
You know, it would be inappropriate for me to comment on that. My belief is that the White House is so concerned about this, they can tomorrow declassify those documents, make them public. If they're concerned about this, first, handle them more appropriately. Take them to the full committee if you're concerned about unmasking. But clearly this is more about distracting, slowing things down, being very upset about how this process is going. It's not about finding the truth. So, you know, for me to comment again is prejudging. Clearly it's important information, but if they're that fascinated with the American public knowing what really took place, declassify them.
Right. And I understand your point there. I'm just trying to understand, you know, you keep saying don't prejudge, but obviously this investigation's been going on for a while. I mean, you didn't see anything in there or hear anything in the briefing that led you one way or the other?
I would say that everything influences me one way or another, but for me to publicly talk about that would probably be inappropriate.
So on this issue of unmasking, Susan Rice today did not deny unmasking the names of Trump associates picked up in legal surveillance in some of the documents you may have been briefed about. She did, though, categorically deny leaking any such information. Here she is.
I leaked nothing to nobody, and never have and never would.
That's definitive. Do you want her to testify before your committee on what intelligence she saw involving Trump associates?
Well, look, I welcome her to testify. I just want to remind people that unmasking is not leaking. It's clearly not surveillance. It is normal protocol. There is a legal process for which it goes through, and I don't believe anything was done inappropriately. Again, we're now on step 5 of distraction. You know, allegations about wiretapping Trump Tower, canceling the public meeting, not wanting Ms. Yates to testify, and now bringing up this issue after Chairman Nunez's extraordinary late-night excursion is all evidence that they just don't want the truth to come out.
So, but just to make a point, you keep
silliness.
referring to it as a distraction, but you were briefed on that information he saw. Did you view it as a distraction? Was it irrelevant or not? I mean,
yeah, again, I would say the totality of circumstances tells me that the White House is doing nothing but